Why do you stop yourself? Why do you postpone yourself? I think that's a genuine question we need to ask at times. Because we all have goals, we all have dreams, we all have a vision for ourselves. Whether we truly realize what it takes to get there, but we know we have one. We know we've had an ideal life that we've wanted to have. So it's like, what is it that you want to do? What is it that makes you want to live life? Or what do you want to do in this life? Whether it be, starting a business, whether it be spending more time with friends, family, starting a new hobby, starting a new, side mission, I guess you can say it. But it's like, we have this list of things we want to do, like a bucket list. We have a bucket list of things we want to do, learn, and achieve. And I feel as if a lot of times we stop ourselves from achieving it. We stop ourselves from doing that said thing for a few reasons. Of course, as we grow older, we have different responsibilities, so our attention is focused on that. But even in the time we do have off, it's like, let's say we get off of work. Guess what? You're tired, or you just want to relax. Like, it's been a long day. It could have been a rough day for you. It could have been a great day, but you just feel like relaxing. And guess what? So that's what you do. Everything on that list that you said you wanted to do, you put aside just because, you're tired. You're tired, and I understand that. I've been tired too. I used to work outside in the heat. During the summer, I'd get back home and I just want to relax. Because it was hot outside. It was hot. I don't want to do nothing. But in that same sentence, it's like I was holding myself back from doing something. From doing something meaningful to me. Because what I was doing wasn't really meaningful. It was just kind of letting life pass me by. It was like letting life pass me by, just like it was as if I was paused, but life kept going. And that's what it truly felt like. I'd be caught up in distractions or things like that. Netflix, shows, games. That's the main things it was for me. For some other people, it might be shopping, going to concerts, and it's things that we don't necessarily need, but we just kind of want, because I want to separate, spending time with family and friends and things like that, because I believe we do need a genuine kind of interaction that kind of keeps us in the loop of everything, or connected, because as people, as humans, we need connections, and that's where we're the strongest, as a unit, as with unity. But there's no taking away from the individual in itself, where it's like we choose who we want to become, and what is it that we want to do, and what does it mean to do it, like, what is the life you envision yourself having, the specifics in it. And a lot of times I feel as if, money plays a part into it. We say, I want to read so much, I want to do all this, I want to have so many side hobbies, so many things, and it's like, oh well, you got work in the morning, you got school in the morning, or you got some sort of responsibility, and it's like, in a sense, it can be draining. It's not necessarily always, but for a regular person, it's like, okay, I did that. I put in some work today. Let me just relax. Let me just shut off my brain. That's what it comes down to. Let me just shut off my brain. But I guess that's where we get stuck. Are we willing to push ourselves past that edge, past the tiredness, past being fatigued? Are we allowing ourselves to push past it and try something and set ourselves up over time? we're putting in overtime, like, but in a sense, it's like, it doesn't have to be 3-4 hours sticking to one hobby. I'm just saying it could be like 10, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, however you can make your time more meaningful. How do you make it more meaningful? Instead of just 30 minutes on your phone, 30 minutes reading, 30 minutes meditating, 30 minutes journaling, and taking a look at our day and just saying, end of the day, about to fall asleep, I'll put everything out there. And that's what it really just means, That's what I feel as if would just bring a lot of joy and peace, and even so, over time, stability. Because, of course, when you're figuring everything out, it's kind of unstable. You're trying to figure out balance for everything, but over time, it's like you figure out what is tolerable, what isn't, and you have the strength and structure to be able to live life in accordance to that. You have, the principles, and you have the discipline to stick with things that you want to try. That just comes over time and over repetition. And before you realize it, it's like, oh wow, I didn't realize I've been stuck to this with 6 months or something. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't there a study where it shows like 60 days in, that's how you form a new habit? You have to do it for like 60 days repeatedly. So, or was it 40? It was somewhere around there. I would like to fact check, but I'm recording right now. And, we have our bucket list. We have our list of things we want to do, things we want to try and knock off in a sense, or, try. But I feel a lot of times it's the last thing we do, or even if at all, sometimes we don't even do it. And if we do, it's like the last thing on our list. Because we have different things in our day-to-day, But what is the point of all this? What is the point of talking about all of it? I guess it's to bring awareness to the fact that, things may be how they are right now, but you can change it slowly but surely. Who knows how long, but you have to trust the process. You have to trust where it may lead you and where you're setting yourself up for, because every action you do, every step you do is leading somewhere. Whether you realize it or not, every single thing you do, every single day, is brick by brick, and then you're building a house. And, it's building ourselves up to something we once had. And it gets me curious in thinking of when we were kids, what we thought how our life would be, whether it was relationships, money, car, clothes, house, all these sorts of factors that we've thought about, and how crazy it seems in a sense where it's like we don't necessarily need because even now people still think like you need the biggest house, the fastest car, the most expensive car, the most expensive clothes, and it's like, I don't know, I guess it's all desires, it's all just things we want but not necessarily need. And one thing I guess you can say too is like, there's something for everyone on different levels. You'll find a t-shirt for $5, for $50, for $5,000. And, being conscious that how are you preparing your future, because you can make $5,000 and save it wisely, or you can make $50,000 and spend it recklessly. So, it's really just letting go of desires, letting go of just wants. And I'm still working on that too. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still working on getting or controlling it, or doing all of that, because I do be wanting like a snack every here and there, because it mainly just be like a cookie or something. I won't lie, it's mainly just a cookie. I don't drink soda. or it'll be like an energy drink or something like that, because now I'm becoming more aware of vitamins and things like that, vitamins and minerals and things I need for my body, just so I get the most out of myself, just so it's like everything runs smoother. And hopefully everyone else can start that too and be more aware now more than ever, because it's so easy to just eat terrible because fast food is so cheap. And you know, except for delivery is expensive. I'm not gonna lie, delivery be charging, but fast food is just quick. It's quick. And then it's thinking about the amount of time it took and the amount of work you put in order to get that amount. Like, let's say you get paid 15 and a meal is 15. That was a whole hour's work, you know. But then at the same time, it's like you buy stuff from the groceries that could last you like what, four meals probably for the same amount of price. And it's just getting the most out of everything. And you know, that's the problem too. That's the whole advantage it has, the speed and efficiency, because sometimes we don't have time to cook something, or we're too tired to, so it's like but it's a matter of, are we willing to do it? And if not, you know, by all means do that. But I'm just thinking about the quality of the life we want to live, and how can we get there? How can we get there? Even with life's dues, I guess you can say, or life's responsibilities. Because it's not even like life, like earth life is just society life. Because earth life is just living the happiest life you can be, or making the most out of yourself with people around you. That's life. You know, because you can have all the cars, the clothes, the money, all of it, but your life feels meaningless. It doesn't amount to much, because there is like a void you're trying to fill. You're just trying to put stuff in there, and it's bottomless. It just keeps falling, it keeps falling, it keeps falling, and there doesn't seem to be an end to it, because there's something missing from our life, and who knows what it could be. And I'm not denying money as some sort of bad thing or something we don't need. I'm just saying, you know, the value of life and what we put our value in. Where I believe it's friendships, kindness, just a bigger reason, habits, goals, and the striving to become more and wiser. Not just for ourselves, but for the people around us. Because we learn something, and we can share it to others if need be. Because I find it so interesting that some people are so, you know, open to talking about anything, because they may have something you would have never guessed that would be interesting to you. Because I was talking to a coworker. She's a lady, I'd say around 20 years older than me. If I was to take a guess, I have not asked her. I'd say she's around 40. And we were just talking about just stuff about like the mind, just society, as in like phones, nutrition, all this stuff. And it was so interesting to see, you know, someone from a different time period and their view on life. And I feel like that's what makes life beautiful, with kindness, you know, because you choose how life is. Life is either beautiful or it's ugly, but it's up to you to decide. It's up to you to choose. And you know, I may have got a little sidetracked from the whole point, but you know, as in, why do you postpone yourself? Why do you stop yourself? Why do you hold yourself back? Or why do you do what you gotta do last? You know, I wish we could, you know, have the strength to wake up earlier and try and do some things at the beginning. But even so, it's like when we wake up, what do? Some of us may reach for our phone. Some of us may just watch TV. Some of us may, you know, aside from like brushing our teeth and, you know, all that, we just distract ourselves. We don't do something meaningful. I feel as if we should wake up and try and do something off that list. For some people, it's journaling, meditating, reading. I feel like those three would be so amazing at the beginning. And if after we could just go on a walk, if we have the time to, that would just make everything great. Or just have some sort of communication with nature, or just be out in nature. I feel as if that's just another thing too that just brings peace and tranquility in our life. But at the same time, it's like we don't gotta rush ourselves. We go at our own pace, and whatever that pace is completely up to you. You know, don't push yourself past, don't burn yourself out, as I should say. Not push yourself past your limit, because you should want to push past your limit, or the idea or belief that you have about yourself that you could become. But what I mean is, if you're tired, take a break. If you're tired, just breathe, just relax. Do something that calms you, that unwinds you, that decompresses you. And that's where I think meditation, journaling, or having some sort of expression, is very helpful. Because a lot of times we get caught up in work and life, and it's just stressful. And we don't allow ourselves time to decompress. We don't allow ourselves to just unwind and just truly sit there with ourselves. Just take a look at everything, just sit there. Whatever we feel, whatever we think, and just breathe. And that's what we need. We need to decompress. But just whatever it is that you want to do, just try and do it first if you can. Which is obvious, right? It's obvious. Just do what you can first, and anything else you want, do it after. If you want to just talk to a friend, talk to them first. If need be, if you want to draw first thing in the morning. Do things that are helpful to you first. So it's like you already just set your day up for an amazing day. Because guess what? We go on our phones, and then it's just this quick rush, and after we get off, it's like we're just outside of ourselves, because we were hit with so much just dopamine. It's like well, now I can't focus on my task. Now I want to think about this, or if I heard about bad news, it's like now my mind is just flooded with all these thoughts that shouldn't even necessarily be there first thing in the morning. But just live life to how you want. And I'm doing that too. And it's a work in progress to try and just make the most of what I have and grow with it. Because it's one thing staying afloat, but then also thriving, that's another thing. Because aside from like material things like car, clothes, of course, some people may want that, and the work and effort it takes to get there is like, do you truly need it? Like one thing I want is a new car. I'll say that right now. It's a want, yes. What is it that we need? What means something to us? That's something we have to ask ourselves. What means something to us? For me, it's a connection with family, but it's also the hobbies I have that truly just add flavor to life. Soccer, reading, guitar, and maybe in the future I'll pick up other stuff. But right now I'm just focused on those three, along with of course family, friends, but also creating videos. And who knows where life will take me. For you, it could be something completely different. You could start a business, whether you could go into fashion, you could become a content creator, you can go wherever. And it's just interesting to see, how we make use of our time and ourselves. But I'm gonna just leave it off there, Just start now. Do it as soon as possible, because the future isn't guaranteed. As much as I hate to say it, and the cliches and all that, you can only start now. You can start now, and if not, create a plan and then start, and just take everything that comes with it. But love you forever and always. See ya.